Hello everyone, and welcome to the game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Who the F is Reggie, and he is in the St. Vincent, at tier 10 British battleship. He is on map Trident. This is a ranked game, and he has come around the A cap here in order to provide some flanking. Now, we have the Hanover here in the center, and, well, the Clausewitz there with the Hanover, they're defending B, and we have 3 ships here trying to take the A cap. The friendly destroyer has been pushed back by the Annapolis. Radar obviously being a very dangerous thing here. And we do have a Kurfürst. Now, the Kurfürst is currently not interested in Reggie, which is good news, because he isn't that well angled. And I mean, Vincent isn't very tanky anyway. If that Kurfürst actually starts taking an interest, he'd have to start angling. Meanwhile, the Annapolis is trying to set fires. I mean, the Annapolis is obviously very well angled, but that's not going to be very helpful because he can't just overmatch the armor. Of course, first he needs RNG that actually allows him to hit. Now, the Kurfürst still isn't interested in him. You can see there is only one ship aiming at him, and that is very obviously the Annapolis. We can also see the Kurfürst's swords are still not turning this way, so he is fine on that front still. Meanwhile, the shells, well, at least he got some hits there. Now, on the other side, the enemy is pushing B pretty hard. There is still a Hanover defending, but the Hanover is already, I think, on half health, and it's not looking good. It's gonna be overwhelmed. On the bright side, the friendlies should be able to deal with this Kurfürst, and they do have more caps currently. So there is that. Now, he is still at armor piercing. Considering how angled that Kurfürst is, high explosive would probably be a decent choice, because the Vincent has some very good high explosive, and burning a Kurfürst is obviously a very normal thing. Speaking from experience.
Get back.
Now he is getting closer and launching his torpedoes. Usually when you're fighting a Kurfürst, you want to try to stay outside of the secondaries. But the friendly Wooster is already inside the secondaries and is... Yeah, I'm not sure why the Wooster is charging a Kurfürst. He's desperately trying to get the Kurfürst to disengage. He's also switched to high explosive in order to start burning. And there we go.
Nice work.
Now, the Wooster is dead, because turns out that if you're a squishy cruiser, charging a Kurfürst is not the way to go. And Reggie seems to be in a little bit of trouble here, because there is a Ushakov from the B camp that might be able to shoot his broadside, but he's undetected for now. There are some islands here that might help depending on the maneuvering. But overall, it's 2 against 4, not the odds 1-1. Meanwhile, the Lucian is throwing away a lot of its health against the Kurfürst that seems to be on fire already anyway, and is on very low health. But at least it might succeed. Or will it? Well, it's... yeah, and it only costs the Lucian half of its health. Well, on the other side, there is the Ukachov still coming in. There is Napoli that's now attacking here from smoke. Now, Reggie could be shooting the Ushakov, but he doesn't want to turn his turrets away from the Napoli. He's keeping his guns trained at it. The thing is, the Napoli isn't shooting, right? That's why it's not detected. It's only using its secondaries. So Reggie is trying to get behind this island, and yeah, close enough to actually see that Napoli. So there we go. He is holding his fire here for now. He's dodging some torps. Could try to go here straight through the nose. I mean, this is going to be a little bit too close for a drive-by, or is it? Nope, he got it. Well played there, well played. I would have probably tried shooting a lot sooner, but he kept his cool and it paid off.
Engine boost activated.
At this range, not even RNG was able to screw him up, I guess. Unfortunately, it's still a 2 versus 2 and the enemy has more points, although I have a feeling we might get a decision by all the ships being destroyed. Then again, the enemy has an Elbing, right? The Elbing could play this very carefully, since the enemy has the advantage on points. The friendly still have the Lushun, who could try to hunt the Elbing. But I'm not sure how healthy the Elbing is, and the Lushun has sacrificed a lot of hit points to sink a barely floating battleship already. The Lushun is also not really providing any spotting currently, which is a shame, and it's... why is it coming right here? Like, if that Lushun would have... Yeah, it would have stayed on the other side of A and provided some spotting on the Ushakov, that would have been nice. Well, at least, I guess, we see the Elbing now. That's a very good salvo against the Elbing. So Vincent just showing how powerful the high explosive is. The Elbing is realizing that it's clubbed. That Lushun is still surprisingly healthy, considering how it's playing this. And now it's just ramming our friendly battleship here. Well, there we go, and there is a high caliber. Now, the Lushun is still alive, and Reggie is now going for the Yukashov. He could have already launched his torpedo here. I guess he isn't trusting the speed of his torpedo to actually hit, so he wants to get closer. It's hard to judge if the torpedo would be able to make it in time, because the battleship is reversing. Also, keep in mind those torpedoes shoot out very quickly. Personally, I think I would have tried a torpedo earlier. Not sure if it would have worked. Now, the nose of a Vincent isn't strong enough to stand up to those guns, so there is no way that he could have prevented the damage. The Lushun is thankfully currently in safety, which means he can just ram, actually, you know. Why risk a drive-by if you can't just hug? And there we go. Secured the win with a lovely ram here, and the Lushun is alive, which means the battle is a victory. Well, there is a high caliber and a death strike. And obviously quite a bit of experience, so very nicely done by Reggie. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.